Hello everyone and welcome to Write Your Way to Success, where we give authors tips on writing ideas, and a community to discuss everything writing. Have you had a hard time finding a first fiction book to write and don't know where to start? Today, we can dive into ways to get started and find a worthwhile idea. Without further ado, let's check out these clips.
Right? You may try it and find out your personal writing psychology just does not mesh really well with this type of challenge. You might find that the writing you write, trying to follow a challenge like this, just is not as good as if you didn't. In that case, feel free to abandon it. However, for those of you who want to try this and have never done it before, I'm going to give you 5 hacks, 5 ways that you can kind of start writing a novel, perhaps without very much preparation, and kind of force yourself to try this challenge. So, first one is something that a lot of us authors do, which is called borrowing structure. Now, it doesn't happen with every novel. In fact, it doesn't happen with every writer. But a lot of times, books that we write come from us watching a movie, reading a story, hearing about an event, and really liking that genre or that type of story and saying, man, could I write something like that? Then as a writer, we dig into that subgenre.
Finding a way to come up with a story and beat writer's block takes research and what I call idea generating. Inspiration can come from a variety of different places and people. Never write what you think other people like, but what you enjoy. Afterwards, think of a story that involves an interesting issue that your character or characters have to solve. What would be an interesting problem? For instance, your character is a well-respected doctor whose wife ends up murdered and he's blamed for it, as in the story Fugitive. Once you have that story, you can choose to outline each chapter as much as you want before writing, or you can just write whatever comes to you each chapter, then flesh it out, as we call it, and revise it. Some of the most popular authors do both. Here's a story to enjoy and hopefully stir up some ideas in your mind.
Title: The Elevator Prediction Genre Sci-Fi Thriller Idea. Tired office worker Darius steps into his building's elevator late at night. Just as the doors begin to close, a soft, automated voice, one he's never heard before, says, "You have 1 minute and 45 seconds to make a life-changing decision." The floor numbers vanish. The buttons don't respond. A screen appears showing a live feed of his apartment, where a masked figure is breaking in. Panicked, Darius screams into the elevator's emergency mic, but the voice interrupts. Option 1, go home and stop the intruder. Someone dies. Option 2, let it happen. 2 lives change forever. The timer ticks down. He pounds the buttons. The feed shifts, now showing a young girl's hospital room with his name listed as her emergency contact, but Darius doesn't have a daughter. Or does he at 05, the elevator jolts and begins moving again. The screen flickers off. The doors open to the lobby. No voice. No explanation. When Darius races home, he finds everything untouched.
Here's a
Quiet.
clever short
But
story.
in his inbox, a photo of the girl from the Elevate,